Hi Libra, welcome to your unfinished business reading. This is Tarot Tag Tuesday and I am tagging Ashley at Serendipity Tarot with this tag. Whether she does this or not is up to her, but do give her a check-in and see if you like what she has to say. Much love and support to her. For this reading, we have 2 retrograde cycles. Also, I have 2 nail polishes on my, because I didn't know which one I liked. I think I'm going to do this. No, this one. I think I'm going to do that one. Okay, right. Anyway, for this reading, we have 2 retrograde cycles going on. There's one ending on June 25th, and then there's another one starting. So let's see. Mercury retrograde is ending on June 25th, I believe. And no, Venus retrograde is ending on June 25th. And Mercury retrograde is starting on June 18th. So we've got some unfinished business perhaps that needs looking at. So that's why this. Everything else you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. And this could resonate with yours or their moon, rising, or Venus sign if this is about you, another person. About you and another person. So we have the Queen of Pentacles there. It could be Capricorn. All right. But if it's not about Capricorn, it's all about receiving and providing, nurturing or solace, safe haven, security, stability. All right, for Libra. And this one fell. The Sun, nice. Okay, that could be Leo. Okay. It's all going to work out. All right. Okay, Libra, what's your unfinished business for July 2020? Wheel of Fortune, okay. Ace of Cups. 4 of Cups. Oopsie. 3 of Swords. Don't panic. 7 of Pentacles. 2 of Wands. 5 of Pentacles. Okay. Little timer going off in the background there. All right. So are you thinking of walking away or ending something? Are you wondering if you've reached a turning point, or have you reached a turning point and it's just hard giving it the final or walking away? All right. What's this Ace of Cups? This Ace of Cups for Libra. Oopsie. 5 of Cups. Okay. So there's that disappointment and sadness then. That's why the walking away. Because it didn't feel well, and then we've got this here too. So, okay, so we've got Ace of Cups and 5 of Cups. All right. What's this 4 of Cups about? This 4 of Cups for Libra. Death, rebirth, transformation. That could be Scorpio. Okay. Oopsie. So this feels like, it feels like you feel like you are, well, okay, what's this resource? It feels like you feel like everybody else has somebody but you, or everybody else can do this but you. Like you're not, for some reason you just keep missing the boat, or you keep, you're like not capable, like you're beating yourself up. This is you feeling like you were, you know, you're name calling yourself and you're beating yourself up for making the wrong choice. And there's a lot more blame going on here than kind of forgiveness and looking at it as just something that didn't work out and being able to move on. And I know that's so much easier said than done, but there's a lot of heavy blame laying right here. This is someone that just never gave you what you needed. And also in tandem, it's funny because there's like a dual nature to this. You're also mad at yourself for believing them, for believing that whatever, maybe this is a work situation or a family member or a friend or whatnot, but you're mad for the trust that you gave and believing that somebody could do and say what they said they would. You really feel like you got taken advantage of here. And this is about almost like wanting them wanting the situation with that person or that job or whatever to work out so that it doesn't mean you're wrong. Because you don't want to feel like you let yourself down really and truly, like you were that much of a, just whatever name you want to call yourself. Like deep down, it's like, oh my gosh, why did I keep throwing myself under the bus like that? Like for the Libras that I'm reading for, this is about you kind of missing a relationship, but really it was the fact that you knew it was, at some point you knew it wasn't right and you still stayed for whatever reason. And it's a reason you're having a hard time forgiving yourself for, that you thought maybe you could manage it or handle it or control it or swing it around, or you believe the person. There's a departure of self-trust and efficacy here, or just believing in someone, and the fact that it didn't pan out, you're beating yourself up for that a lot. Because I think the reason why is at some point you knew that it was a sunk cost, but you still played the game. You still played into it. Still, it's almost like at one point you knew what was going on, but you were staying to kind of regain control and to save face and to kind of, I don't want to say pay them back, but you weren't going to let it end like the way it was headed if you were to walk away. There's some point here to where it was going to end. You saw the writing on the wall, and instead of, I hate to say, accepting defeat or seeing it the way it was and just being like, well, it's not for me. We're not going to see eye to eye on this. This person is not good for my self-esteem, and cutting your losses. You stayed because you were like, oh no, I have put in too much time to walk away now. They're going to such and such, or they're going to come back around. They're going to do this for me, or I'm going to make it so that this happens. And you're just now finally kind of realizing that you, I hate to say left yourself long before they did, but at some point this was about you being complicit in them not giving you what you needed also. And I think you're having a hard time forgiving yourself, and you need to knock it off, because we all do that. Some people stay longer than others, some people don't, but there's that wish, that hope that if I just do this, then this will happen. We all do it. What's this? 7 of Pentacles. No more regrets. Come on now. What's this 7 of Pentacles? 9 of Wands. Good. What's this 2 of Wands for Libra? Prince or Page of Cups. Okay, so the thing is, you're beating yourself up. You're feeling like, man, I stayed longer than I should. I really shouldn't have, because now you're trying to reclaim parts of yourself back that you gave away, that you let just go just in an effort to regain some control. So you lost the person, you lost the possibility, what you think as love, because everybody else has it. Why can't I? And then you also feel like you're trying to reclaim parts of yourself. So there's a lot you're trying to regroup and get back under your control and just get back. You want your life back. You want yourself back. Well, guess what? It's coming, because you're at the turning point. And it's not about, I'm sure you know this, it's not about beating yourself up anymore. This is about relying on past experience to see for the next time. It's like, okay, learned my lesson. No matter what I do, people are going to be who they are. So learning my lesson from this, drawing on past experience, using that to decide what I'm going to invest in the future. This is looking at sunk cost, and I hate to relate it to that, but at some point, everybody has that turning point in a relationship where you kind of reevaluate and you're either going to take it to the next level. And I'm not giving advice here. I'm saying what's showing in the reading. Or you're like, well, I could see this going like this instead of like this, and I'm going to jump ship now to save us both, because if it's going to get weird if we go past this point, right? Everybody has that in a relationship where you come to the kind of the crossroads. And this is about you, when that comes up for you, for the Libras that I'm reading for, taking a minute, pausing, and being like, okay, let's not invest just yet, or I really want to be sure about this. I really want to rely on my own experience with this and proceed accordingly, instead of letting someone else dictate the trajectory, or just doing it because everybody else has somebody and you don't want to feel like you're the weird one that doesn't have anybody. And I know that's oddly specific, and I'm not calling anybody out here, but that's a thing. Like, the older you get, I think there's something with people thinking that they have to be coupled or partnered. Otherwise, it just, feels weird. And if you really, truly want to be with somebody, okay. But comparing yourself to other people, don't bother. Everybody is nobody. I mean, it's just that can get really weird. That way madness lies. Okay, so, did I turn that off? It gets kind of stuffy in here. Hold on. There, okay, right. Two of Wands and Page of Cups. Yay. So you've got, all right, Five of Pentacles. For the Libras that I'm reading for, you've got somebody that is, you got two people. Your person that you're heartbroken over is giving you one choice, and you got somebody else. And the somebody else is the way forward. Because you get the Five of Cups here. Just because you forgive someone doesn't mean you have to reconcile with them. You can reconcile with the hurt and the pain and reclaim, but it does not mean that they're part of the bandage package. So this is about forgiving them and yourself, and not being mad at yourself anymore for feeling like you betrayed yourself deep down. You should have gotten out earlier and you stayed too long and didn't. Forgive yourself and look to what's in front of you, because you've got good things coming in front of you. Right now you could be choosing between this person who's come back into the picture or someone in front of you, and it might be that you don't do anything for a bit because you're still kind of looking over your shoulder at your other person, and there's some sadness and heartbreak there. And it could just be that everybody gets put on hold until Libra sits and thinks about things and figures out what they want to do next. Because you make your own agenda, you do what you want when you want. Not kind of just aligning with someone and figuring it out later. You have to feel it as you go first, and that requires a check-in with yourself before you even decide to go on the first date or start talking to someone or whatever. This is a time for you to get pretty intuitive with yourself and to just kind of slow things down a minute and grieve and forgive yourself, because you don't want to be going into the new one, still grieving and using that one to get you over this one. That's probably how you got here in the first place, is that you didn't give yourself enough time to grieve, and you were beating yourself up, and you wanted to prove to yourself that, no, I can handle this, I can do it. No, you don't need to prove anything to anybody. This is about you sitting for a minute and kind of, for the month of July at least, and keeping both of them on hold and giving yourself enough time to think about what you want and to think about how you feel and to forgive yourself. And when I say forgive yourself, it's almost like being in a hurry to latch onto something and then trying to figure it out in hindsight while you're still in it, but then you're trying to sort it out. As soon as you've got something locked down, then you're trying to sort it out after you got it locked down. Sort it out before you lock something down. Because otherwise, every single time you're going to grab it at whatever that is that came along, picking up on that energy signature that was like, oh, they're ready. And you're just like, okay, yes, locked it down, good. Tagged and tranked, good, locked it down. Now what do we have here? And it's not what is best for you, because it's not what you want. What else for Libra? It's not what you want because you didn't give time to think about what you wanted. You just kind of chose what first popped up, or you just started pursuing again. And that's, you need a break. You need some time to grieve and to heal, to get your wits about you again, to figure out what you want, and then choose it or don't. But it's because of what you want, not someone choosing you first. This is about needing time to just kind of do the day-to-day and to have a structured, some structured work time, some structured downtime. But this is like, you might be working on yourself, but this is keeping things stable and consistent and keeping a routine right now so that you can have time to grieve and think and just get off the roller coaster. Or at least still be on the roller coaster, but have that landing pad that you get to land on that's predictable, that you know, okay, after this I get to go home, or after this I get to go meet my friends, and then at this time I'm going to go do this. It feels like there's a need for structure and stability and calm, routine. Yeah. Whoopsie. All right, what else for Libra? Okay, right when I was shuffling them, I got that whole sense again of like, this is just, you're really mad at someone for not being for creating this illusion that you could have believed in when you were going along with it for the payoff, not because, at least for the Libras that I'm reading for, this is you overstaying and believing in the illusion and needing it to work because you didn't want to be there, but by God, you were going to have it this because I've been here too long, I invested this, and they owe me this, right? It's all that. And perhaps also the illusion is that they were going to provide you with what you couldn't provide yourself, with what you're too afraid that if you're by yourself, you can't provide, and that's not true. That's not true. You have the 8 and 9 of Pentacles here. You're perfectly capable of providing for yourself, for taking care of yourself, for being thoughtful and mindful about your choices and who you spend time with. You are not in need. You are capable. Okay. This is 5 of Pentacles, not 5 of Cups. That was 5 of Cups. This is 5 of Pentacles. Sorry. For Libra. So the idea is then that as soon as you're able to forgive and kind of bring closure to this issue, which you will be, spoiler alert, you will, getting past the disappointment and the sadness and feeling like you let yourself down, you bounce back, you come back around, and you forgive yourself, and you're able to move on to whoever, I don't know who this is, but there's somebody coming of a romantic nature that you're going to be able to get to know or be open to. Libra. That you're going to finally be able to let go of this issue and be open to whatever this new person is offering. Because right now you're kind of still hung up on this sadness and you're beating yourself up and all that. So, okay, we got 3 of Pentacles, half-waysies, and we've got Queen of Wands reversed. So that could be Aries. So this is, okay. This is a situation where it's kind of like you're with somebody that's a real diva and they don't appreciate your gifts. It could also be that you're just feeling really let down and shut down and like all you want to do is go to work and go home and go to work and go home. Just do the brass tacks of basics because you're kind of like really feeling down in the dumps about this, that somebody didn't respect your contribution, that they didn't appreciate, they didn't value what you brought to the relationship. It makes you doubt yourself. You couldn't trust them. You couldn't rely on them. Were they cheating on you? There's just all these, what we all go through. This too shall pass. Promise. So right now it's just going to be kind of this roller coaster, and you're going to need routine and structure and stability that you provide for yourself because you are more than capable of doing that. And you're going to get through this. And then you got something's waiting for you on the other side of this, that somebody's romantically, at least a gift of loving friendship for you. I'll say that much. Something that it's like a fresh breath air. Yep, I said it that way because I've said it that way before. I was talking too fast and I mixed it up. But you're going to come out once you go through this cycle, coming out of this feeling like you're ready to receive, you're open, you're not disconnected anymore. You're looking at what's in front of you instead of looking over your shoulder at what you left behind and, oh, I want to get that back. No, you don't. You recreated it. You rose from the ashes. Onward. But for now, roller coaster for 3 more weeks. No, okay. Okay. All right. Okay, Libra. I hope this was helpful. I hope you have a chance to give Serendipity Tarot a look-see, whether or not she does the tag or not. I wish you a peaceful and supportive July, Libra. Much love to you, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.